Thanks so much for all of you for being here to support dental therapist legislation. You know, access to dental care is not a Republican issue, it's not a Democrat issue, it's not an urban issue, it's not a rural issue, it's a New Mexico issue, and it's time we get this solved. You know, I represent a very rural part of the state, the northeastern corner of the state, including Union County. I've got a number of students right behind me from Des Moines in my district. And what happens in my rural communities that I represent is folks do not have access to dental care. They have to travel hours to get to a dentist, sometimes out of state. They have to take time off of school, take time off of work, and go and find a dentist that will see them and squeeze them in. And sometimes these are emergent care issues that really demand immediate attention. And so here's the deal. On this bill, we are going to expand access to dental care by the creation of a mid-level provider. Now, has anyone ever been to the doctor and instead of seeing a doctor, you've seen a physician assistant or a nurse practitioner? Anyone seen them? We all have. Mid-levels are very common in the medical field, and that this dental therapist is supposed to be that kind of mid-level in the dental field. I'll give you a little piece of history as well. 40-some years ago, the doctors were dead set against PAs and nurse practitioners. They said, oh my goodness, you can't have someone that's not a full-fledged doctor seeing patients and providing care. Today in 2015, no one in the world would imagine a medical practice without mid-levels seeing patients and helping to take care of the needs of constituents here in New Mexico. We are long overdue for mid-levels in New Mexico in the dental field as well. That's why this legislation is so critical. We often hear that New Mexico sort of lags behind a lot of states, and there's statistics to show that in some areas. But we have an opportunity to be on the front end, on the leading edge. There are only 3 states that have mid-levels in the dental field: Alaska, Minnesota, and now Maine. They have just come on board. I say instead of being 44th, what if we made New Mexico the 4th state to close the gap? We're going to be up against some challenging opposition as we move this bill through. I've already encountered some of that opposition over the last 3 years, and this is going to be no different. But it's going to take you all, from communities in New Mexico that know how important this issue is, it's going to take us putting these stickers on, showing up at committee hearings and saying, we support dental therapy, let's get it done for New Mexico. Thanks so much for the opportunity to be here.